Survival tactics, yeah. You ain't need much to survive the Rona, you know what I mean? Just keep your body clean and fresh on the scene. You know? Shit, we have an immune system and we got a potential of well over 12-strand DNA. And yeah, thinking about this before I even recorded this, thinking about a title, something like, what was your catalyst to the awakening within yourself? Actually within the core essence of your authentic true self that vibrates on a higher frequency than you've been living in before, that kind of shit. There's a lot of people that fall down these rabbit holes and they want to learn stuff just to one up the next man and shit like that, and there's been people joining satanic cults and shit like that with the same intentions, not realizing what they've been pulled into, Yeah, on the truther path to awakening, I see too many people just watching videos like porn and this and that, conspiraporn, whatever the fuck they call it these days and shit. And that there's nothing wrong with that, but the shortcomings of that is just not implementing those things within yourself and making your life better, and having that ripple effect out, for others. But yeah, the one thing that really drove me crazy, and on I felt like it at the time and beforehand, is just this never-ending search to realize why and figure out and get to the causal factors of why the fuck humanity, for the most part, of people on this planet, grow up and live their lives at such a low potential of what we're capable of, in regards to, we all learned this in school, right? The human brain pretty much operates around 10% of its capacity. It doesn't. I always thought that was a ripoff, like what in the fuck, Doesn't that seem a little bit odd to you? Doesn't that seem like we're in a fallen fucking time matrix of sorts, If this planet was operating on its true organic timeline, shit would not be the way it is. On so many different levels, We wouldn't be living in a state of fucking slavery, that's for one. And yeah, even people I mentioned, caught up in way too much, conspiracy theory, like just binging on video and video and video. And what are you doing with it? Have you even realized that government is slavery, That's one of the reasons why we're in this mess. And yes, it's just a euphemism for mind control. And when you, and the purpose of mind control is to make people imprison and enslave themselves. That makes it light work for these, puppet string pullers and shit like that. The hidden hands and, these secret societies and, even, a lot of shit's not even a secret anymore. Of course, Freemasons and Illuminati and this shit. Yeah. What about the Fabian Society, Tavistock, Trilateral Commission, Council of Foreign Relations, and all these other globalist think tanks and other, intelligence agency frickin' operations and shit. Yeah, it's a clusterfuck of everything, But are you staying centered within the core essence of who you really are, and maintaining a good rapport with your higher self or inner self or your true self, your authentic self, your activated self. You know, what frequency are you really vibrating on, you know? Those are some of the things that I was really curious about. Didn't have much grammar, articulation before, you know, going through these processes. And yeah, the awakening process is an alchemical process, you know. You have to throw your false identity in the fucking fire and let your true authentic self rise like the phoenix from those fucking ashes of, you know, things that weren't serving us, right? So yeah, it's just a huffing and puffing fucking walk and talk, going up hella stairs and shit. But yeah, it's just to remind people that it's called work for a reason, you know? It's called a process for a reason. It's called an awakening for a reason, you know? I mean, how humbled have you really been? Or even humiliated? How many tears have you shed and wept profusely, profoundly, within the whole realization of, you know, what you were participating in, and the lower state of mind you were in, the lower vibrations, and just like that base level consciousness, behavioral fucking going through the motions of life type of shit, you know? And then you snap the fuck out of that shit and you're living the dream, right? Awake. Dream as far as like, you know, your inner desire to be something greater than what you currently are, you know? Even what you in the past, you know, kind of dreamt of or had goals for and this and that, you know? It's always nice to have mentors and life coaches and things like that, and people that can help you initiate yourself onto the real, true, higher paths of things, you know? Yeah, you're not alone in this. There are people out there that are so willing to help, you know, and assist, and way showers, if you will, you know, and plenty of videos online you can watch for free. But if you really want to get into some serious stuff, I would recommend, you know, really seeking someone who is a practitioner or, you know, initiator into the higher occult sciences of the true nature of reality, and, you know, giving you the tools to align with cosmic law, your true self, understanding your soul code blueprint, you know, your soul code genetics, if you will, and really activating that and really being on that path towards the bio-spiritual regenesis. Because that's what we're here to do. We're not here to just, you know, go through the motions of life half a fucking wake, even if we think we're woke and this and that, just because we're aware of shit on a geopolitical level. What the fuck is that, dude? So many people saying this dumbass fucking word, which I never really cared for from the get-go. Woke? That's a 4-letter word, you know? Shit, watch out. Like, is that some kind of joke? You know? What is that trying to provoke, you know? It's just like another layer of ego attachment identification, in a sense, you know? And it's led people onto this super pseudo pretentious ass fucking state of awakening, you know, this and that. It's like, you got a lot of fucking work to do still. I got a lot of work to do still. Everyone on a macrocosmic level has a fucking shitload to do, so we can be on the original Earth timeline where there's harmony among human beings from any race, from any region, from anywhere. And yes, in harmony with nature and the animals. And we're not fucking it all up like we've been for centuries, you know? We really gotta activate the heart center. And yeah, past that threshold where you're really operating on that heart-based intelligence, you know, and you have that true care in mind, and you want to treat people, anyone, like you would want to be treated yourself, you know, and like your true authentic self. How would you like to be treated? You know, not just this, you know, other people that, you know, like to play the victim card, or actually like and identify with living in pain and that kind of shit. And they don't mind if people cause them pain because they're so used to it and numbed by it and is so traumatized. No, we're talking about someone who actually truly loves themselves, respect themselves, and they don't want harm or manipulation or anything, you know, done unto them in that manner, you know, because they don't deserve it. No one fucking deserves it, right? If, you know, so I'm not gonna say if, but yeah, it's just I know I'm rambling a little bit, and I just wanted to make this kind of short, but yeah, just another walk from home, and got some things on my mind, and walking through nature makes me feel inclined, and yeah, keep on aligning more towards the divine, and I'll see you all in good time. Take care.